Hello, welcome to day 11. I'm Kim, and I am reading my book, Reflections of Joy. We're in chapter 1, and this section is called Take Delight. Take delight in the Lord, and He will give you your heart's desire. Psalm 37:4. Today I was walking to the beach, planning to look for shells while waiting for the sun to rise. This has become my routine. Wake, write, walk, watch the sunrise, and chat with God. If I diagrammed those early morning conversations, I would likely see that I do a lot of the talking. I often ask for help, especially during the hard times, and I try to say thank you. Unfortunately, I've spent very little time listening. We seem to have our best conversations when I'm not distracted by shells, so I was thankful for a day when the beach was wiped clean. The water roared and crashed around me, and I asked for inspiration. Waves carried spirals of broken shells that looked like calla lilies, and I stashed a few away in my bag, each filling a vase in my imagination. I offered thanks for each treasure, but spent most of the morning wrestling with the thoughts bouncing around in my head. As I neared my turnaround point, I saw a large object sitting alone on the beach, just out of reach of the waves. My pace quickened a bit, hoping it was more than just a waterlogged coconut. I was rewarded with a glorious blue-gray whelk, larger than my foot and in excellent condition. I turned it over and over in my hands. It was stunning. I tried to imagine the creature that once lived inside and the pride I would feel if I had created this home. I felt rewarded and inspired. My random thoughts calmed, and I heard instead, "You can be broken and empty, but you can still bring great joy. Your original purpose may be through, but you can become something new." It occurred to me that maybe, just maybe, God looks at me the way I've been viewing the shells every morning. Perhaps He sees the beauty in the spirals of my insides. Maybe He finds joy in thinking about where I've been. Maybe He imagines what I can be now that I've raised my sons and retired from my career. Maybe He pauses to say thanks for me. Once I started considering my unfailing worth in His eyes, I found it easier to view God as my confidant and my trusted friend. Often, I talk to Him in the most informal way. I might start a prayer with, "Hey God," or "Hello again." Sometimes it's as simple as touching a shell or smelling a flower and whispering, "Thank you." I imagine the loneliness He must feel when He offers amazing gifts and we don't notice. A world that can't slow to stand in awe of a sunset or pause to watch an eclipse will rarely find joy in the smaller things, like the smell of fresh cut grass, the taste of a perfect berry, or the smile of a stranger. Some might shudder at the informal posture I take with God. I've spent hundreds of anxious moments wondering about it myself. When it comes to prayer, am I doing it right? Do I offend when I speak informally or hurt His feelings when I am too preoccupied to experience the gifts all around? Is it okay to turn my memorized prayers or to read someone else's words? Does He understand when I have no choice but to stand in silence, allowing my emotions to take over when words won't form? Will He help me overcome my fear to pray out loud at the dinner table or in front of others, especially if they know more about theology than I do? Again and again, I believe the answer to every question is yes. Fortunately, I put my faith in a God who has faith in me. He keeps offering me opportunities, and I'd like to share them with you. I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.